hamster dance? We're Ron and Fez.
I heard the bumper music. I thought we were under attack.
Live on a Wednesday, Ron Bennington, Fez Watley with you.
Still eating.
Still enjoy the Five Guys.
My third burger. I think that's a problem now.
Yeah, you may have a little bit of a problem. And, of course, they wanted to know who was Mr. Hollywood in here when Ben and Tyler and Mark Mosley left, because our producer Rory's wearing big, giant Yoko Ono sunglasses after his LASIK Plus procedure today.
He's walking on thin ice.
866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number. DC local lines 202-432-1067. Our new announcer, El Jefe, mentioned in the show open about the possible smoking ban in Montgomery County.
It's so ridiculous. They're doing this all around the country.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Nationwide.
When they stopped people from smoking on airplanes, I knew we were in trouble. But look how ridiculous it's got.
So now Montgomery County, the next site where they're going to do the smoking ban, it looks like, in restaurants, any sort of place where you can hang out and drink. They're going to send people out in the sidewalks to start smoking.
It's ridiculous, Fez. And I know you don't smoke. But is it still America where a person can have a cigarette?
It's still America. You know what? I don't smoke, and you would think I'm a person that would really appreciate this, because smoke really, really bothers me. But what bothers me, too, is when people are at a place where they can have a few drinks, and then they have to go outside and line up outside a restaurant or whatever and have their cigarettes. That's where trouble comes. I don't like having to push through that crowd to get in a place.
Yeah, and you know what? Wait till the winter, and people are mad that they have to stand outside like idiots.
Sure.
Like their dogs tied out front.
Of course, Fairfax County, they're looking for the drunks before anyone's even drunk.
All right, good point. All right, so now you're going to actually be outside, drunk, having your cigarette.
And then you're going to have public intoxication. Like, let's say if this thing comes to Fairfax County next, after Montgomery County.
Why don't we just get a big paint can and change the name to Russia, the country?
Irina would like that.
Either that or Pussville, because it's not making sense anymore. John Wayne, you think John Wayne would walk outside to have a cigarette?
No. Not the Duke.
Yeah.
So, Montgomery County, the latest place to make you go outside to smoke. And this sort of thing is going on with everything. You know, like the no drinking section, the ballparks and stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, literally go back and look at pictures in the past. You know, Johnny Carson used to smoke on TV. Now, that would be like unbelievable. And, you know, don't act like, oh, this smoking law won't pass. It's passing all over the country.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
Yeah, these things are going through. So if they're even discussing it, smoking ban in Montgomery County, consider it done. And, of course, the Montgomery County restaurateurs, they're upset because they know that the customers are going to go to other jurisdictions where you can smoke.
Well, you know what? How about I just stay home? How's that? Is that what you want out of me? If I want to have a little cigar somewhere?
That'll be the next smoking ban.
Yeah.
You'll have to go out in your front yard if you want to have a smoke.
You literally can't smoke with lungs. You can't use your lungs.
The other problem that's going to happen in front of bars and stuff is you're going to have just piles of litter just sitting out in front of the place because people will be outside the bars.
You know what? If I have to go outside to smoke, I'm going to drop mud. I'm going to go that far with it.
Oh, so there'll be piles of all kinds of things.
Yes, and it's just my way of saying, you know what? I'm not happy the way I'm being treated.
Rory, when did you
Gandhi would do the same thing. If he didn't like the way something was done, he'd drop trowel and pinch a loaf.
Rory, when did you become the crying Indian?
And who are these people that hate smoke so much that they're crying until other people who do smoke can't in a bar? In a bar.
Now, I know the argument that they brought up to get the ban of smoking in other places was the waitresses that have to deal with smokers. They're taking in the secondhand smoke, and it's endangering the restaurant workers' health.
For how many years does it take before you're in trouble? Literally, how many years?
That is the argument they use.
That's like saying if I shot someone with a gun and they died from it 80 years from now. What's the big deal?
That's murder.
Eventual murder. How old do you want to live to be, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want to be 120? Where suddenly you're like Ronald Reagan and you're splashing in your own urine and you're calling your next door neighbor mommy? That's no life. I'd rather get in and get out of this thing and have a couple of beers, some smokes, and live like a person.
I'm so close to that now. I can see it happening.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's you. But seriously, how long do you want to live that you can't enjoy yourself at all?
That is the argument they're using to save restaurant workers' lives. It's that dramatic now.
866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Hey, Jason. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, Ron and Fez?
Hey, buddy.
First off, I want to say, Fez, that about 4 months ago, I did a Fez-atorial on Yoko Ono that had me laughing so hard. I was coming home from a Ravens game, and I had to pull over on the side of the road and dry my eyes for 10 minutes.
Wow,
thank you.
Is it because it was that bad?
Do we have that one?
It was actually that funny. I was actually with a very close friend of mine, and we're big wrestling fans, and he said that Yoko Ono was one of the greatest heavyweight champions ever in the WWF. we both rolled over, and I really had to stop my truck. It was
good. So that's all the people think of Fez's Yokozuna references. Great.
I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the smoking thing.
Let's talk more about the Fez-atorials.
No, go ahead, Jason.
I worked for Outback, and I helped open an Outback in Delaware. Well, I went back there recently in Rehoboth Beach, and there's no smoking in the entire state in restaurants anymore.
It's going to happen that way everywhere.
You have to walk out of the state of Delaware to smoke. You have to step outside the state.
Well, I worked in Virginia also, and what a lot of the Outbacks in Virginia have done, they've actually spent a lot of money to, I don't know if you've ever been in one before, but basically their smoking section is around the bar. So what's happening is they're spending a lot of money to get very thick plexiglass put around the bar area so that it separates the smoking tables from...
It's the cone of silence.
No, literally now, if you're a smoker, you have to get in the penalty box. Like you've done something wrong.
Get in the cage.
Well, I've been quit for 7 years. Smoking doesn't really bother me that much. It does bother me when I eat, however. I think it's ignorant to light up right next to someone who's eating.
You know what? We're talking about a bar, not a restaurant. A bar. You know, if you're saying, okay, certain types of restaurants, fine, go ahead. But when you go into a bar and you're getting hammered, why can't a man sit there and have a cigar or a cigarette? Where have we gone?
No, the smart thing to do is have him stagger out into the street, right into traffic.
What's the sense of bombing Iraq if you can't sit down and enjoy a cigarette every once in a while?
Isn't it what we're fighting for?
I believe we were. I believe we were fighting for freedom.
Next thing you know, they're going to ban the bloomin' onion, buddy.
I'll tell you something else to the waitresses. I'm willing to bet a guy in a bar who doesn't smoke tips like a girl.
Well, Ron, I'll be honest with you. I think that a lot of times smokers don't respect the fact that you're intruding their air. They don't realize. But then again, there are a lot of smokers who won't light up around people, or at least have the respect to ask. So I think that's where a lot of this is stemming from. I'm
saying this. If you're smoking a $10 or $12 cigar, people should be trying to pull up next to you trying to smell it. See you, my friend.
Thanks for the call.
All right, there's Outback, Fezzy, actually putting smokers behind plastic.
Yeah, it's hell in a cell now. It's the smokers in the plastic bubbles.
I don't know the exact statistic, but I'm sure that more people have died from drinking at a bar than actually, getting secondhand smoke at a bar. Not to mention, some guy is complaining about getting secondhand smoke while he's sitting there, doing his 10th shot of tequila and passed out on the bar.
Yeah, I know. Who's he talking
Exactly.
about? Like he's got half those people go in and snort coke off a urinal, and now they're afraid if somebody lights a Marlboro near them.
They're health nuts.
I just think that it's not right for smokers. They should have the choice to be able to smoke inside of a bar.
Here's what the government should do. As soon as a baby's born, put them in a bag and keep us as safe as possible. And then take those foam peanuts and wrap them all around us, and no one will touch us.
We're going to end up in the Matrix pod.
Thank you. That's where we're going. This is literally the Matrix happening right in front of us.
Not to mention, how much air pollution is out there? Why aren't they banning, smokestacks and stuff like that? There's tons of things that are causing worse things than
you
cigarette
can't
smoke.
take a smokestack into a bar. I know that for a fact, so that's a problem.
What's the time, Greenpeace, all right?
Let's do this. Let's grab the steam engine, and we're all Fulton from this point on. All right? I'll put up a windmill, I'll put out my cigar, and I'll put up a windmill.
This is Joe Lieberman the other day, running for president. He keeps saying, do you know how much coal we have? Why do we need all this oil? We have so much coal. He wants to take us backwards.
Joe Lieberman would love to take the penis off this entire country. He would like to slice Florida off and call us Girl Town. Seriously, I don't know if anyone's even died from secondhand smoke. I don't think so. Smokers go, I must have got this from secondhand. I don't know how it happened.
866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number.
Hey, Mary, you're on Ron Fez.
Hi, guys.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Mary.
Hi.
You a smoker?
I'm a smoker, and I've been a smoker for a long time.
Listen how hot she's.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry I started, but I'll tell you, there are two places that will never put smoking bans into effect. Virginia and North Carolina. They grow the tobacco in North Carolina, and R.J. Reynolds and Philip Morris are all headquartered in Richmond, Virginia.
Let me tell you something. How much backpedaling have these guys done over the years? And you know what? I find it less about smoking and more about just being an individual in this country.
That's right.
Where you got to fit in every little peg. You know what? Some of us are whack jobs. We can't help it. Can we go out and have a burger every once in a while? Please? Is that a problem? Thank you, honey.
So you don't think it's going to happen in Virginia?
It's going to happen across. You know, who would ever thought it was going to happen in theaters? At one time, you could sit and watch a movie and have a cigarette. People couldn't see the screen. The smoke was so heavy.
When Jactor gave me the Fast Times at Ridgemont High DVD for my birthday, I'm watching it, and the opening scene is the guy at the theater, working at the theater, going, smoking up the stairs on the left, smoking up the stairs on the left. I forgot about it.
It was like watching a movie from heaven.
And when I get on the airplanes and I see that it still has an ashtray in it, I know I'm on an old bucket.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
You guys,
Did you think somehow we're on cable radio? Now,
sorry about that. Did you see that on Showtime?
All right, Penn and Teller have a show on Showtime, Fezzy, basically called BS.
And they debunk things, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I saw one of them, yeah.
Did you see? They had one on secondhand smoke. And they pretty much proved that the EPA lied about their whole test. If you got in a car accident and died, and your mom smoked, you got put in the died from secondhand smoke category.
Yeah.
Pretty much how they ran it.
Only if it got in your eyes, and that's what caused the wreck.
Why can't we elect Penn and Teller? Not at least the one who talks. The little one kind of weirds me out.
Teller?
I don't know who he is.
It's weird. The one who doesn't talk is called Teller.
And that's your big thing? That's what you're getting out of this, Fez?
Yeah.
You know, I noticed this. When we get into a conversation, you do whatever you can to pull it in a different direction.
Why?
At first you started the Fezatorial rant with this guy. That went on and on and on.
He brought it up.
I heard you go like this. Say about that Fezatorial.
I did not whisper that to the caller.
Here is, here's Gene. Gene, you're on Manifest. Hey, Gene.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
How about this banning the smoking to protect the employees? I would think if they took the job, they would suspect that there would be smoking in a bar.
Right, you're working in a bar.
Restaurant.
Why don't you go work in a health food restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, they know that there's going to be smoking. If you don't like smoke, don't take the job.
You know what? Maybe we should do this. All right, if we can't smoke, we don't tip. And we'll start tipping again when we can smoke.
And we'll see how soon the cigarettes come back. Will this ever get overturned like prohibition?
No, not at all. First of all, Fezzy, a pack of cigarettes right now is $900. $900 for a pack.
Well, they need the money for those really bad truth commercials.
Yeah, those things, they're in my face.
Where the high school kid says he's friends with a homeless man.
Here is Tom. Tom, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What do you got, buddy?
Have you ever? I'm not a smoker, but I don't have any problems with it. But when you leave a bar, you know, where people are smoking all that stuff, you get home, you smell like smoke, right? You do. It's just the way it is. But have you ever been to a bar or a club in California now? It's the weirdest thing. You get home and you smell like, you know, cologne, and whoever you were hitting on, or next to you, perfume,
you
whatever.
Smell like tofu.
That's what you smell like. It's weird. You go to a bar all night long, you don't smell when you get home.
Have you ever gotten a beer spilt on you at the bar? I think that smells worse than smoke. And that happens all the time. When you're mingling around in the bar, you always get a little beer spilt on you.
How drunk are you?
No, there's always other drunk people bumping into you getting beer spilt on you. So
no, I mean right now.
You expect it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't just go home and smell like roses like you're saying. I mean, just because you don't get the smoke on you, you still have the beer stink and the bar filth.
I know how you guys... I'm sorry.
No, I just want to point this out here. Rory took a Valiant today, and it's making him a little, I don't know, angry.
A little too comfortable is what it's making him.
He was on your side, Rory. He wasn't against you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just hear the people who complain, because I hear people that all the time saying, "Wow, it's so great not smelling smoke."
And where are these Roses bars that I can go to and come home smelling like flowers?
Yeah, it's weird to come home from a bar smelling like flowers. But you guys are talking about like all the things in the past that we weren't allowed to, that we did smoking. You know, do you realize that if a mother were to be smoking right now, they would arrest her.
Right.
Or an expectant mother. If she was smoking, they would arrest her.
I know.
But my mom smoked, and she had martinis every day. And I wouldn't say I'm normal.
And you know what? These healthy mothers, all their kids have to take Ritalin. So who's right here?
Right.
The kids are made immediately on the pill.
Noses, their sinuses are all messed up.
This whole health thing. You know, my grandfather used to get up every morning and drink. You know?
Bless them.
Now, he died at 60, but still, he had such a great time. And you know what? I'm like thinking, could you ever picture like your grandfather on a treadmill? Literally, he couldn't.
Never. Not even jogging or anything.
I never saw him eat anything green. I can't picture him with a salad. He had red meat and whiskey. And literally one day his liver exploded at the kitchen table, and he goes like, he just grabs the side and goes, "Oh man, you better get me a shot. I don't want a pain here." But at least he was alive when he was here.
Grandpa's used to eat sticks of butter for dinner. Just put that on the plate.
He literally got up, punched my grandmother in the forehead, and fell dead. And that was his last words.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Literally, his last words were, "Are you satisfied, you lying whore? You killed me." And boom, he was gone, and we had a beautiful funeral for him. We were drunk for 3 days. But that's when men used to run this country. I don't know what we are. We're women and then girl boys. We're just girl boys.
It's the pussification of America.
It's the pussification of America right now.
That's what's happening.
And then, you know what? Even if you don't smoke, what's the big deal? Why are you constantly stopping people from doing something?
Just because you don't want to do it.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's not smoke. Let's eat salads. And let's every man run home and watch American Idol. Because you know what? You're all girls. We'll take a break. We're running fast.
Before the break, talking about the impending smoking ban in Montgomery County, where they want to ban smoking in the restaurants, happening all over the country.
Just more of the pussification of America, the fact that you got to, you know, when you're a kid now, you're riding a bike, you got to put a helmet on.
Right, every kid has to look like a retard to get on his two-wheeler.
That used to be the only kids that had to wear a helmet when they rode a bike.
Yeah, next is going to be checkered pants, so the cars can see you.
Same thing with the seatbelts. How's that a law? You're the only one in there.
Yeah.
I remember when the seatbelt thing, my dad used to actually get a knife and cut him out of the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in the way.
Yeah, he said that they would actually trap you in the car if there was an accident, and that you wanted to be thrown clear of the car.
No one would listen to that man's logic.
You have to be thrown clear of the car to be safe. That was his whole thing. And I'm going, how far are we going to be thrown? Don't worry about it.
He wanted airbags on the outside of the car.
I remember I used to climb up in the back window and fall asleep when I was little, so, you know. It wasn't like we were worried. Hey, Steve, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
You know, I don't agree with this, but it really can't surprise anybody when you got a lawyer in California who's trying to outlaw Oreo cookies.
Yeah,
You know,
what the hell is...
coming.
Yeah, what is that all about?
Unbelievable. In San Francisco, of course, this is where this starts. Lawyer wants to have Oreo cookies banned from being sold in any California store.
You don't want them, don't eat them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, maybe if you think, hey, this is not the best thing for my kid, don't give it to him.
Yeah, so he's suing Kraft Foods, who runs Oreos, and saying that they have trans fatty acids in them.
Sounds delicious.
Which are unhealthy, and he's actually trying to say that Kraft Foods is doing something illegal by selling Oreos, by selling something that is unsafe. Known to be unsafe by the ordinary consumer.
All right, thank you.
My ass has trans fatty acids. He can eat that.
All right, thank you very much.
So because every other kid is 400 pounds, we're going to ban my favorite cookie, Oreos.
You're going to sit there and eat a vanilla wafer because somebody's worried that somebody else is going to eat too much of it.
It is so nobody's fault anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is in control of their own lives.
Why don't we just have some dry crackers and broth, and then we'll forget all about it.
So the rest of us that maybe can control our eating, well, or some of the people out there that can control their eating, they're not allowed to have Oreos in California if this thing passes.
I say roll the dice. Roll the dice, see what happens.
Unbelievable. No, it's nobody's fault. No, everything that happens to people is someone else's fault. Kraft Foods makes cookies, and somehow they told you to eat a barrel full of them?
Is it the best tasting cookie of all time?
The Oreo? Yeah. Yes. The best cookie of all time, I'll get more specific with you, the double stuffed Oreo.
All right, El Jefe is shaking his head.
Best cookie of all time.
Double stuffed. You know what? I got to tell you this, Fez. I think Oreo is best packaged cookie. I don't think it's as good as like something you could make at home. But if you're going to be walking through the store and grabbing packages, Oreo, double stuffed, too much stuff for me.
No, I needed more stuff.
The soft-baked cookies from, what is it, Keebler, the ones that just melt in your mouth.
That's
like
the best
the soft batches?
Yeah, exactly, like the burgers where they just melt in your mouth.
Right, but you know what? I like a little crunch to my cookie. I like it to snap a little bit. I like an Oreo. I don't know if I really like too much Toll House cookies that aren't homemade.
Yeah, if you're going to have a chocolate chip cookie, you might as well just bake them at home.
Actually, I'll give you a cookie that maybe can go the distance with an Oreo. I have to think because you don't get it much, but the Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie kills me.
Ooh, you got one there. You got one. That's a good pick.
Well, what am I supposed to eat? Once a year for 3 days?
I always take those. Those I stick in the freezer, too.
You know what happens with my chick? She's like, I'll give us one of each. I go, why are you getting one of each when the only damn good thing is the Thin Mint?
No.
I go, I bet they got 14 Thin Mints.
They'll have those peanut butter cookies or the Samoans. I think they have a cookie called a wild Samoan.
You know what? Now you come up with something. That Nutter Butter cookie is a hell of a cookie.
See, I've never been that big of a peanut butter fan.
What?
I've never been a big peanut butter, anything that tastes peanut buttery.
How could you not like peanut butter? It's like saying you don't breathe air.
I like peanut butter and jelly, but it's got to have a lot of jelly.
No.
Peanut butter by itself doesn't stand up for me.
If I'm going to have, like, peanut butter crackers, most of them will be without jelly.
I have jelly with mine. But Nutter Butters, people like them. They're shaped like a peanut.
Rory, what's the best cookie?
I would have to say the best cookie is
Gallium bars.
No, it's the Girl Scout cookie with the peanut butter chocolate, and it's just a cookie.
But it's kind of gooey, right? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too... Oh, you're saying it's almost like a little cake.
Right, exactly.
Like a tasty cake.
I know what you mean.
I don't know the name of that, but that's a damn good cookie.
It's something like... I'm trying to...
It's not the wild Samoan cookie.
No, it's something like it's almost like a Thin Mint, except it's got peanut butter.
Yeah, I know. We were all with you the whole time. We're looking for the actual name, William.
Let me look it up.
When I go to girlscouts.com or org.
He goes to the batch. 866-277-4969. That's another great thing about Girl Scout cookies. You get them from Girl Scouts.
Yeah, it's always fun.
And I always do this. I go, give me $6. This is now Feed Daddy. All right, 866-277-4969, talking about the best cookie. Here's Gary. Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fellas, how you doing?
Yeah, buddy.
Gary.
Hey, y'all missing the best one. The best one is the lemon coolers. You got a cookie made of sugar, dipped in sugar. You get a double dose.
I'm going to give you the word right here. Lemon. I like a lemon should be a pie.
I like a lemon cookie, but that thing, the cookie part is really a weird taste to me. It reminds me of an old lady cookie, like an old lady would have it with tea.
Yeah, I'm not going to have any kind of old lady cookie. And let me tell you something right now, and I love all Italian foods. Keep your cookies to yourself. And I'll say that to anybody out there that's Italian. My mom-in-law tries to come around with these cookies, and they taste like anisette.
Is that like licorice?
Yeah, like you could taste, but it tastes like liquid licorice. And they like them because they're like tart or something. And I'm like, is there a package of Oreos in there that I can enjoy?
To me, they're so dry, the Italian
cookies. I can't be that dry. Even their icing is dry. They put a non-sweet icing on it. And it's different colors, but it all has the same taste. And I'm tasting anisette in there.
Looks like the new $20 bill.
Larry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Larry.
Hey, yeah, the name you're looking for is Tagalong.
All right, why couldn't you figure that out, Roy? Are you high on Valium?
Yeah, I was typing in different things on the internet. Couldn't find it.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much, my friend. Tagalong.
None of them were cookie.
We're tagalongs now. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Bill, what you got?
Hey, guys, what about the Thin Mints and all? Now,
flavors too. Have you guys tried that?
You know, unlike Fez, I don't like to F around when I have a favorite something. All right, so I like Thin Mint. I never thought to myself, oh, this would be even better if it was a different flavor. I want Thin Mint.
I will try all the new Oreos, and there's like a new one every week. And I will always try the new flavors. But to me, none are as good as the double stuff. That's my absolute favorite.
I'll tell you something, in the Girl Scout cookie, don't slow me down with one of them Samoas either.
Yeah, they're awful. That's got coconut on it, right?
Coconut. You know what? I would have no problem if we did away with coconut.
You know, now Billy, here's the thing. Billy piles up on Girl Scout cookies. And last year when they were selling them, he goes, you got to try the new s'mores. And I'm going, all right, a s'more, I love that. Marshmallow, chocolate, graham cracker, I'm in. It turns out he hands me one of those Samoas. Yeah, and it's not even new. There's no marshmallow. I threw the whole box back at him. Ew, I'm not going to eat anything with coconut.
But here's your thing, Fuzzy. I would be agreeing with you, except for you took this no peanut butter stance and literally ran down the Nutter Butter, perhaps the finest cookie in the world.
A peanut butter cookie is nowhere near my favorite.
Here is Larry. Hello, Larry. You're on Fez.
Larry.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
What you got?
Pepperidge Farms.
Which one?
Milano.
Milano's a damn good cookie.
The Milano is
Oreo.
The Milano is good. I tend to like the milk chocolate Milanos that they have out now, not the dark chocolate. But if you're going to go Pepperidge Farms, mine are the Brussels. They're a really crisp cookie.
You can't go wrong with Pepperidge Farms.
Pepperidge Farms damn good cookies. I'm not going to lie to you here. All right? I'm not going to sit here and treat you like you're stupid and say there's something wrong with Pepperidge Farms when there absolutely is not. Sharon, you're on Fez.
We appreciate that. Hey, Sharon.
Hey.
Yeah.
White chocolate macadamia, Pepperidge Farm.
You know, I do like a white chocolate macadamia. What are you doing making faces, Valiant Boy?
No, the macadamia just throws the whole thing off. I like the white chocolate. I like the Pepperidge Farm, but that macadamia just ruins the cookie.
First of all, my friend, a macadamia is a Hawaiian nut. That is exciting right there. The fact that a nut comes from only Hawaii, that these guys were sailing all around the world, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, good news, we got a new nut. They must have been going crazy.
When they thought they found,
guys.
Thank you, Sharon. Probably when they thought they found all the nuts they were going to get.
Finding extra nuts from another, that would be like suddenly us finding extra vaginas somewhere. You'd be going, I can't believe our luck here. We thought we had all, and did you look behind the knee? There's another one.
I throw a walnut or a peanut in the cookie. Other than that, there's just no other nut that should be in there.
I don't understand why you have a problem with nuts.
The nuts.
What about a cashew?
The cookie's supposed to be the crunchy part. You throw a nut in there, and
yes, it's a little bit of excitement.
It's too crunchy, though. The cookie's got to be the crunchy part, and that's it.
Where did you get this cookie Bible? Is there something on breaking God's law I don't even know about it?
No, but the chocolate's the soft part, and then the cookie itself is the hard part.
Let me get this straight. You don't like nuts, and your buddy Fez doesn't like peanut butter. Why don't the two of you just stand there and say that Iraq won the war? Because that's where you're taking us right now. It's like the terrorists are winning when I hear you talking this way.
We're not anti-American.
Why don't you go burn a flag? Go burn a flag, both of you.
I'm just anti-peanut butter cookies.
And I disagree with that.
I can't even understand that, Fez.
I can't eat a peanut butter cookie.
Well, that's like saying you hate nuns. I mean, it's just something that people don't do. It's like saying...
I would never say that.
But literally, I didn't know anyone in America didn't like a peanut butter cookie.
I don't like it. It's just... it's too much peanut butter.
Here's Gus. Gus, you're on Fez.
Hey, Gus.
Hey, Oreo cookies that have the peanut butter and the chocolate cream in them.
All right, again, I have something perfect in an Oreo. I'm not looking for extra stuff there. That's Fez's world.
And that's not extra stuff. It's just 2 flavors of cream.
I don't want an extra flavor of cream. I want cream in my Oreo.
All right.
To me, this is like genetic testing. It's like Marlon Brando on that island of Dr. Moreau. I don't want to play. I'm not playing God. I'm having a nice Oreo.
I've tried them all. The mixed creams, the chocolate ones, the ones that turn your milk red. I will always go back to my double stuff. Nothing's going to beat that.
Well, that's not the original. That's a fake, too. Put that right in the thing. Put that Dr. Moreau. Why don't you take a little girl, make her half tiger? Hey, Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, yeah, Jim from Falls Church.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Hydrox are superior to Oreos.
You gotta be kidding me.
All right, I'm sorry.
Even just the name, Hydrox.
There must be something wrong with this phone. It sounds like you're talking crazy.
Oh, no, I'm telling you.
Did you pick up the crazy line?
What do you have with that? An RC Cola?
That's what you're looking for. I mean,
You know what? Let me guess. You grew up a welfare kid?
No.
No, that's the only people that are eating Hydrox.
No, that's a $high color there.
Yeah, sure it is.
Oh, gosh, just awful.
Oh, but it's nice and crisp. It's not
It's
a
generic.
Starby, it's the Oreo.
It's generic, my friend.
How can it look so much, try to be so much like an Oreo and miss it by so far?
Yeah. And, every once in a while, your mom would be almost down on her luck and try to push the Hydrox at you. And I go like this. I'd rather, maybe if you didn't get pregnant so much, we'd have a cookie that we could all like.
Hey, well, if I come home after school and stuff, and Mom was like, "You want some Hydrox?" And we're like, "Yeah, Hydrox."
Yeah, okay.
Hydrox and milk.
Yeah,
that's the ticket.
See you later.
It's not even an appetizing name.
He just said that's the ticket, like it's an old Saturday Night Live. Hydrox. But he was trying to say because it had high in it, Fez. That was his whole big deal. 866-277-4969. I'm amazed how many people don't understand cookies. I'm amazed.
I love a cookie.
You know what? Now I'm thinking to myself, no wonder so many people don't vote. They're not even Americans. They don't like cookies. No, why should they vote?
When you have such an array. One of my favorites is the sugar wafers. The long ones that they're real crispy. They're like sticks.
Oh, yeah.
And they have those white cream. You can eat 1 million of those because they're dissolving in your mouth. The cookie part is almost like an old ice cream cone.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it dissolves because it's all sugar. It's like you're taking sugar packets and breaking them open.
That may be my second favorite.
Here's Harold. You're on the air.
Hey, Harold.
Yeah, hey, I'm trying to find out if you guys have had the new Oreos that have the reverse stuffing. It's got a white cookie with a chocolate filling. Have you seen those yet?
Yeah, they're called O's or something like that.
Yeah, It's like they mixed them up.
Fez just got it the other night. You know what? I think it's a cute practical joke. It should come out April 1st. Other than that, all I want is the regular Oreo. And you know what? I'm not going around telling people don't go out and eat these freak show Oreos. But to me, it's like when somebody wants to play Monopoly, but it's not Monopoly. It's named after some other town.
Oh, yeah, sure. Like DCopoly?
Yeah, I'm not playing that. Okay? I'm either playing Monopoly or nothing. Monopoly was already perfect. That's how I find the Oreo itself.
The Oreo people have gone quite mad with their experimentation because it is a new kind of Oreo every month that comes out.
Yeah. Here's Mary. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mary.
Or Maury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. I got a bad speller up there.
Hey, Maury.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Half gallon of milk and 2 12-packs of Archway iced oatmeal cookies.
All right, you used a bad word here for a cookie, and that's oatmeal. All right, I'm not going to do it. Unless I grew up in a depression, why would I eat an oatmeal cookie?
An oatmeal cookie could snap your teeth right off. If it
they taste good.
Yeah, I understand Babe Ruth would sit there and eat oatmeal cookies because he didn't know any better. All right, you grew up in some great years. You should not be sitting there eating oatmeal.
You go sit next to the Hydrox guy.
Nah, I'm a baby boomer, man. We had these Archway cookies here. You could only get them at like Safeway.
Yeah.
And they rock.
All right, thank you, buddy. No, I don't need an oatmeal cookie, Fez.
An oatmeal cookie, it's really hard. I don't know if you like raisins in your cookies. That's not a fun deal. There's not much to like about an oatmeal cookie. And then there's always some cookie icing on them.
No, let's not even get into it. It's crazy. It's like saying you're behind murder. It's just, it doesn't even, you're wasting your time sitting there trying to pick out the reasons that you don't like oatmeal cookies. Here's the same reason, because there's oatmeal in it. And I'll tell you the way crazy Rory hates nuts, that's the way I feel about a raisin in a cookie. Do not give me a cookie with a raisin in it, because it makes me think a bug has somehow gotten into my cookie.
Ew!
This, on the instant feedback, Fezzy, why does Fezzy always yell Larry?
Larry? Oh, Jimmy Schubert.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's why.
I didn't know how to answer. And I'm going, I must have known somewhere. Here is Chris. Chris, you're on the air.
Yeah, I gotta say, my favorite were the little EL fudge ones shaped like the little L's.
I don't really like cookies shaped like things.
They're uncommonly good.
I know. I mean, I think that, that there's good things to be said about some of those things, but I'm not going to sit there and play games and act like I like an animal cracker, which is really a cookie.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to, I don't want to sit there and pretend I'm biting off a giraffe's head. I like a cookie, please. I'm not here to play games.
if I'm going into the Keebler realm, I think it's going to be those chocolate grams.
Now, yeah.
Those chocolate-covered little graham cookies.
Okay, finally, Fezzi's making sense, and he's back on the man's team. Yes, a chocolate graham is a damn good cookie.
Ooh, also in the Keebler world,
yeah,
I really like the fudge stripes. It's the round cookie with the stripes of fudge across it and the hole in the middle, where you could wear it like a really big ring when you were a kid and just eat around it.
I love those things, too.
Fudge stripes.
Were you a dipper, Fez? Milk dipper?
Yeah, a big dipper.
Me too.
Yeah.
And if a piece of that cookie fell off into the milk, I'd dive right in after it.
Sure.
I'd go hand first as deep as I could get into my glass.
Cookie overboard.
Speaking of milk, the boys are going to have the milk drinking competitions. Time for that old gag. Let's start when we come back from the break. Is it possible to drink a gallon of milk in less than an hour? And it's whole milk, right?
Yeah, it's whole milk. It's a vitamin D milk, and it's a gallon. And the rule is an hour. And Ronnie and I are each putting up $100 for these guys to see if they can pull it off.
100 apiece.
That's right.
So anybody who pulls it off gets 200. And if you guys miss, you only owe us 25 apiece. Today was, by the way, lunch with Billy. Again, he yells, just one check, like he did last night when I was buying breakfast for everyone. I don't mind buying, but why take it upon yourself?
Yeah, to assume that it's getting bought for you.
And he screams at the lady in the diner, one check, please. And I go, oh, does that mean Billy's grabbing it? No. Short Arms is going nowhere near that check.
Billy, and he had to excuse his pouch twice during the meal.
Yeah, he made noises. All right, so when we come back, we'll do this milk drinking contest. Maybe we'll talk a little more cookies. That's 866-277-4969. It's a Ron and Fez show.
Back with the Ron and Fez show on 106.7 WJFK. Still to come, we'll be talking to our movie reviewer, Paul O, tonight. He's already seen The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, Matrix.
And it
starts tonight, right?
Starts tonight. Showings at 10 p.m. all around the area.
Why 10 p.m.? Why isn't it a midnight movie?
I don't know. I guess that's the latest thing. Get a jump on midnight. Now the movie opens the day before it opens.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying 10 p.m., then the movie starts on Wednesday, not Thursday.
I think the 10 p.m. showings are like special sneak previews that you probably have to have a special pass to get into or something.
Radio passes?
I don't know. Something like that.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I can answer every question.
I'm not going to speculate on The Matrix Reloaded.
All right, time to start our milk drinking contest. Rory against Billy Staples. Fezzi, I'll let you pick your horse. Who do you want here?
I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Rory Hamptons.
Drinking an entire gallon of milk? Let me check with El Jefe. El Jefe, who would you vote on here?
I'm going with the loose meat sandwich, Billy Staples.
Smart. Smart move. Well, no, he's backing you up, Fezzi. I mean, Billy.
By the way, I just want to say, yesterday, I take back everything.
You never, wait, let me try to explain something to you with our show. Better you get the joke and have the guy mad at you than ever apologize for a thing. But we all laughed, so that means it's good.
So keep going with loose meat sandwich as a nickname for Billy.
The serial killer rapist thing yesterday just kind of freaked me out.
Well, sure it does. That's him, though. He's ticking.
But he's more likely to rape you than murder you.
Billy, are you going to win this contest tonight?
I'm going to win it, and I'm going to win it decidedly. I have a plan.
What's your plan?
Slow and steady. I'm going to milk it for all it's worth.
Milk the milk. Get it, Fez?
All right, you can't milk it too long. You have 1 hour to do it.
Yes, I'm not going to be a guzzler.
I'm going to outsmart yourself.
No, I am not going to be a guzzler.
All right,
plan this out.
Fezzi, give us the exact time right now, and we'll have the boys start.
All right, in 5 seconds, it's going to be 8:32, and that's when we'll begin.
I have a secret weapon, too.
Go.
A cup.
He thought that was going to get a huge laugh, that he has a cup.
Yeah.
He tried it on me in the bathroom.
As Rory's drinking out of a cup.
All right, Rory already up 1 glass to none.
That is very refreshing. That is great milk. I'm going to have no problem winning this.
All right. Good luck to you.
Your pouch is going to fall out, Billy.
My pouch is falling out anywhere.
Now, how does your stomach pouch work on this, Billy?
With fluid, it flows right through, nice and easy.
All right, so you can take spunk. You know, do you think I got it through?
I think so.
What I try to do is do it fast and real low. Like, well, then you get spunk. And it's spunky good milk, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's a very wholesome milk, I would say.
I haven't drank whole milk in many, many years, Fez.
No, it's for me, it's actually a treat. It's basically like having one of those Slim Fast shakes at this point.
Yeah, it's like a hunk of cheese. What kind of milk do you drink?
I go 1%. I don't go all the way skim.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well.
Yeah.
Because there's really no difference between the 2%, the 1%, and the skim.
When my chick tried to get me down in the 1%, I'm like, oh my God, it tastes like water. But now I can't go back and drink regular milk.
It's amazing how thick a vitamin D whole milk will feel.
Even from the 2%, which I usually drink.
Billy, you already out?
No.
Okay.
I thought you were
How you
waving
feeling,
off.
Roy?
I feel great. I mean, the vitamin D stuff is just the whole milk. It's got so much body to it, and it's got such great texture. It tastes amazing.
Doesn't Valiant supposed to
Just
slow
milk.
you down?
It's just milk. Let's not get over the top here and act like we're doing a pitch for it. When we get a Got Milk commercial, I'll call you. And we'll all be happy and we'll be spending the check.
He acts like he's at a milk tasting party.
I know. You know, if this is Wisconsin, this would be good radio.
I really preferred the cow to the goat.
I'll tell you this, your boy's getting off to a nice pace. El Jefe's guy looks like he's already drank a keg of milk. That's the problem with him.
The only problem with Billy is such a slob that he's going to start spilling it, and he's going to have a lot of milk that he's going to have to lick up off the ground, because I already see he's got a puddle there. So he's not going to finish that entire milk.
Rory. When we are all done and you're up all night hugging the bowl because you're getting cramps from all the milk you drank and didn't finish.
Billy, just to remind you, that's not the way Billy talks. You never talk that way in real life.
Okay.
I don't know what you do on the air when it becomes this slow-talking, sing-songy guy. But
Rory.
I know. I will say this. In real life, Billy actually makes me laugh quite a bit. And he says a lot of witty things. But get him near a microphone, and it turns into Mr. French. And I don't understand it at all.
Sebastian Cabbage.
Hey, Fezzi, I saw an X-Men today where the guy thought that, not X-Men, X-Files.
Oh, okay.
Which I've never seen one before. And it was so late that the new Mulder was on it.
Oh, the T2.
But the whole thing was the guy who could do some kind of telepathy, he thought that he was the little kid who came on in the last season of Brady Bunch.
Oh, you know what? I saw that episode. He thought he was Cousin Oliver.
And they were actually back in the Brady Bunch thing. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I saw that one. And the only reason I watched it was because we were doing an X-Files contest at that point.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. We gave away something.
Yeah,
I took it all and gave it to Sweet Melissa.
Right, we had to we had to get a trivia question from each X-Files episode as they were leading up to the series finale. And so that one I actually watched.
Yeah. Was it fun?
Mm-hmm. Seemed weird to me. This seemed weird. I'd rather see a couple of guys try to drink a gallon of milk each.
Rory. I think Rory's burning himself out quick already. It's like he's drinking it way too fast. You're never going to make it.
No, this is not a problem at all. I mean, this is not going to be a problem at all. I'm going to beat you hands down. You're going to still have like a half a gallon left while I'm done.
It's not beer.
Yeah, I know, but the milk is so good that I love and I enjoy it so much that I can pack it in. I have no problem with it.
Billy, if it was beer, I'd probably pick you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you guys listen to air checks when you're on the air by yourself. And I'm going to take away the Elton John tape that you made for yourself, Billy.
18 Elton John songs, all about death and dismemberment.
Billy goes through this, some kind of obsession with whatever his music is at the time. And if he likes it, he'll listen to it, and then what do? Just break yourself of it?
Yeah, I'll find something else will hit me.
Yeah, and then you'll just listen to that constantly.
Yeah.
Do you pretend you're in the band while you're listening or something?
No. Like, before this was Jesus Christ Superstar.
You pretend you're in the play?
Yeah, I always think...
Were you Herod?
King Herod, yeah. I think I was King Herod.
Did you ever want to... I know that you're somewhat of an actor, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever want to do Broadway?
I'd love to. But there's singing involved, and I'm not a real good singer. Matter of fact, I'm a horrible singer.
You're a horrible person, but that doesn't stop you from being here.
No, you don't have to be a good person to be on Broadway. So, you can still be a terrible person, but be able to carry a tune.
That's true.
Can you dance?
Well, the way King Herod danced in the movie, hell yeah, I can do that. That wasn't really much dancing. He just did a big belly shake. So, if you are the Christ, yes, the great Jesus Christ.
Again, I'm going to make you listen to this. I'm going to take it and make you listen.
And you're going to cringe.
Yeah, you're going to cringe.
You're going to cry.
I'm just proving my fact that I really can't sing.
We would have taken your word for it. You didn't actually have to sing.
He also got into that Chicago also.
Mm-hmm. That was a rough period for all of us. Leading up into the Oscars, Billy saw one Oscar-nominated film and got the soundtrack, and then tried to get everyone else to listen to it. That's the thing. If he just enjoyed his music by himself, that's nice. He tries to shove it down everyone else's ears.
Todd, please help me change the subject. What are you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Todd.
Hey, it's Todd from Fairfax. I got a cookie for you, but I don't know if you'll go for it, because you actually have to work for it. It's the Pillsbury sugar cookie.
What do you mean work for it?
You got it in a tube, you got to cut it up, and you actually got to bake it yourself.
Yeah, I don't play those games.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for me.
I do like a sugar cookie, though.
A sugar cookie, I will have around Christmas time.
Yeah.
That's about the only time I'll enjoy a sugar cookie.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure. A sugar cookie is when you have no other cookies. Yeah,
with milk, though.
Yeah, of course, with milk. Yeah, thanks.
Everything with milk. And, in fact, our milk challenge is going on right now. 6 minutes into it.
I can have a hot tea even with a cookie. It doesn't bother me.
Well, that's nice. If I was going to have the lemon cookie, hot teas go with that. That would be my drink.
All right, here's a question for you, Fez. Cake or pie?
Cake or pie? Wow. I really, really like both. Wow, is that a hard question?
You literally act like whatever you pick, you don't care for the rest of your life.
I know, pie.
Over cake?
Yeah, I'll go pie over cake.
Great, I hope you enjoy your birthday pie next year.
I will.
Rory, cake or pie?
Definitely cake unless it's a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, I'll take over any cake.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's either cake or pie.
Then I'll have to say cake because there's better cakes than pies.
Billy, cake or pie?
Cake just for cheesecake.
I don't even see where it's close. And I like pie, but you got to be kidding me. If I have a choice between cake or pie, it's going to be cake every time. A pie is a little too fruity most of the time.
That's what I like, a fruit pie.
Get it?
Yeah. Now, not one of those.
Everybody just laughed because you went fruit pie. Like
rude.
Yeah.
Now, not one of those, packaged fruit pies where it's like a turnover. Yeah. But I mean an actual blueberry pie or an apple pie or something like that.
That's so fruity, you might as well just have a piece of fruit. I don't understand the whole thing of putting crust on a piece of fruit and calling it food.
That's how I eat healthy. I'm having apples today, just apples.
Good point. Where's the vegetable pie? If you can do it with fruits, why can't you do it with other things?
Rhubarb.
Isn't that a quiche? Isn't a quiche kind of like a...
It's eggs.
I thought you put like spinach in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're not having spinach pie.
You have spinach omelet, but that doesn't make it spinach. That don't make it a vegetable.
What is rhubarb?
Oh, I have no idea. I wouldn't eat it because you know why? I was born after the 1930s. Let John Garfield sit and eat a rhubarb pie. I want no parts of it.
Billy got rhubarb pie all over his raccoon skin coat.
My thing tonight is I'm just snapping at everyone. I'm just snapping. I'm figuring maybe have that as a new thing.
And what's mincemeat pie?
It's meat, isn't it?
It's like meat, doesn't it?
I don't think it's actually meat. I think it's something else.
What is it then?
I'm asking. I know. I don't know.
Don't you ask, we tell, and then you say no.
No one makes a pie with meat unless it's shepherd's pie.
Well, then they do make one with meat.
That's not a real pie. That's a meal.
That's a casserole.
Yeah.
So who cares what a mincemeat pie is? Who's going to have that if there's a pumpkin pie sitting close?
Pumpkin pie ain't what it used to be.
Well, no. From where?
No, I mean, when I was a kid, I used to love pumpkin pie. Then I grew into
I would only eat it. Let me just say, all these things I'm talking about are normally homemade. That's the difference between a cake and a pie. I very rarely have a good pie in a store, but my mom can make great pies. But I'm not going to sit there in a restaurant and go, how's your pie? Because I know how it is. It's crap.
I just don't know how the diners get their cakes so high. You ever see that when you're walking with the big glass case? The things are like a foot high.
Who cares? Here's Carl. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Carl. Good snap.
Hey, how you doing, Ron and Fez?
Okay, buddy.
Rhubarb, I'm a chef. Rhubarb is a French vegetable, is what it is, officially. And it's very, very good, but it came to, the United States. I won't call the chef's name that brought it because he's still alive and well, but, he brought it here, and that's how it got here. And the person that was named after rhubarb actually was a living, breathing person named rhubarb. So
what's the vegetable in it?
Excuse me?
Is the vegetable a rhubarb?
Yeah,
What kind of vegetable is it like? What can you describe it like?
If you ever had like a pomegranate, something like that, it's close to that.
All right, I'm missing the pomegranate comparison.
Oh, okay. Well, you know how a pomegranate has a lot of seeds and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a Chinese apple, Fez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember Chinese apples when you were a kid?
Right.
Yeah, well, the rhubarb it's kind of like that, but not as many seeds, as like a Chinese apple. But it does have a lot of seeds, and of course, by the time you get it, from the store, unless you get it straight out the field, you won't see it, in there like that. But it's real good, and it really is a good pie.
Yeah.
You have to have a quiet taste for it because us Americans, we don't like apple pie.
We don't like French.
Whatever.
We don't like French people.
I call it freedom barb.
There you go. Hey, one quick question before I go. I went on RonandFez.net, and I really enjoyed the website. I just want to say thank you guys for coming to Washington D.C. and making people like myself and other listeners out there. I really enjoy our evening. I really enjoy getting out.
Thank you very much, my friend.
That's a very nice thing to say.
Yeah, I do want to push that because somebody was saying that we don't push it. I guess Jafter. RonFez.net. There's really a lot of great people that hang out there. Some from New York, some from here in Washington, and they're really, really cool and really fun people.
And one quick question, too.
Yeah.
Sometime, if you do get a chance, can you play my favorite song, Patches? I really love that. I don't get a chance to hear it as much, but if you get the chance, can you play it? If not, then hey, I do understand.
Patches is the all-time greatest song of all time. Do we have the Black Girl song to Patches? Black Girl was our buddy at WNEW.
I believe we do, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to find that.
We'll see if we can find it in a bit.
You know what, Carl?
Yeah.
Then one day the angels came. All right, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Okay, thank
I'll see you later.
It's a pleasure always talking to the Ron and Fez show.
Oh, thank you very much. I think we got
What a nice guy.
We got a new friend for a change. Like not some of you people that are just so quick to say hi and get out of here. All right, Fezzy, here's a nice little email for you.
What do we got here?
Remember I was telling you about the X-Files, and you said you saw the same exact one where the kid thought it was Oliver from the Brady Bunch.
Right.
It says, no crap, I auditioned for Oliver role in Brady Bunch, but they went with this goofy kid, Robert Rist. Is that his name?
Robbie Rist, yeah.
Robbie Rist.
Was Cousin Oliver.
So, Cousin Oliver could have been Mikey D.
Was Mikey D even in Los Angeles at that time in his career?
I'm sure that, since he had an agent, everybody would go up for those rules. Remember when it shot at the Brady Bunch? I don't want to say it to Mikey, but probably every kid under 12 that had an agent was going after that.
And I believe at that date was 1970, 1971, Mikey D was already older than Greg at that point.
No.
So I don't really see this one lining up in the timeline.
Here's what kills me. I'm always on Mikey's side. You're always busting his balls. You're the favorite son. You're Rory's favorite. You're Billy's favorite. I was Cigar Sid's favorite, and you did your best to move him along.
I had nothing to do with the Cigar Sid situation.
I don't understand why they all like you best, because you leap on them. Hey, Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Kevin.
What's up, buddies?
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy.
All right, man. That guy just called you about the rhubarb.
Yeah.
It looks just like a celery, and it is extremely sour.
Ew, why would anyone want to eat it?
What about sauerkraut?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, man.
I don't eat that either.
You don't like a little sauerkraut on your dog?
No. I can't eat sauerkraut. As much as I like cabbage, I don't eat sauerkraut.
I like sauerkraut, but I don't like cabbage.
All right,
It's too
buddy.
mixed together. 866-277-4969.
Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, guys.
Buddy.
Hey, I can't believe that you guys are from New York and you've never had meat pies. Especially Billy Staples. He's eaten his way around the world a couple times.
What meat pies?
Oh, God, you name it. Chicken, turkey, hamburger.
You mean pot pies?
In a pie.
That's a pot pie.
No, with vegetables and
Yes.
in a pie dish.
Yeah, it's called a pot pie. It's not a real pie.
It's called a chicken pot pie or a turkey pot pie.
It's got an upper crust. It's got a bottom crust. You
Yes.
You make it just like a fruit pie, guys.
No, you don't. That is a meal. That is an entree.
Right.
You don't go, okay, I just had a sandwich. Let's see, for dessert, I'll have a pot pie. No lunatic would do that.
Well, I'm just saying that Billy was saying that there were no meat pies other than a shepherd's pie.
I think you were talking about a dessert pie, correct, Billy?
Yeah, I mean a dessert pie.
Billy was talking about mincemeat pie.
Oh, mincemeat?
Yes.
The kind of mincemeat that you get in a bottle on the shelf doesn't have meat in it. The kind of mincemeat that you eat that's homemade has either beef or venison in it. It is actual meat.
Deer pie.
Yeah, deer pie.